Morning, Saturday 10th of April. Welcome back to the Crumbling Homestead. I'm just going to turn you around. We had quite a sharp frost last night. But anyway, the sun's up and already it's melting the frost on the lawn here at home. Just going to walk you down here. Now, recently I did a video on, or showed in a video, some cuttings that I've taken of rambling rose, and this is the mother plant here. This is Albertine. Now I've got one, I had one on the allotment that's 2 years old and it needs to go out, and I was racking my brains trying to think where to put it anyway, and then I found that the mother-in-law wants one, so that's where it's going to go. So if you'd like to join me, let's go and get it planted. Right, so here we are. She's only 5 minutes walk away from our house. So here's the Albertine cutting. You can see it's got some nice growth on it, so it should do well. But I see, here's the arch. She's already got one that's coming up, so she's wanting one on the other side. But I see there's already one in, which I wasn't told about. So I don't really understand. I've been misinformed. But anyway, what I'm going to do is dig that out, and because this one is much further on, so I'll dig that little one out, pot it up, and then we can find another home for that. That was unanticipated. I'll have to get some loppers to see if I can cut that root off. See what the depth's like. That looks pretty good. So I've just got a little grow more, NPK 777, so we'll put some in the bottom of the planting hole, mix it in and get it planted. A little bit in the backfill. I'm just going to angle it in slightly. Just return the soil back. I like to just rock it a bit just to get out any air pockets and get the soil down just like that, and that should be fine. Just going to use my heel. Just firming it in. This is the one that I dug out, so it's got plenty of roots, so I'll get that potted up. It can go into the pot I've just taken the Albertine out, and that should be fine until we find a home for that. Okay, so back at home now, in our garden at home, and we've got some pots here, as you can see, and I'm looking at this one in particular. You can see this like a carpet of weed, and it really is a nightmare to get out. You just will not. It's got, for the size of the thing, it's almost like moss, but it's got quite a significant root system on it, and it just spreads for fun. And you can see, if you look on the patio, it's starting to spread all over. So I really do not want this getting a foothold in our garden here. So I've gone round with some spray. I'm going to spray it again, try and eliminate it. But what I'm pretty sure that it's coming from here. I don't know the mode of spread, whether it's seeds or whether it's spores or what it is. I don't know what the weed is. So if anybody out there does know, can you tell me what it is? Anyway, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this pot, get a tarp on the lawn, see if we can tip it out, just get rid of all that, and then top it back up with some fresh compost. The challenge will be whether we can actually get it out of the pot. These are stargazer lilies, so I'll just put that back in. So that's cleaned up really nicely now. So what I'll do, I'll have a walk down the plot and bring up some compost, and then we'll just top that up again. And that's going in the bin. I'm not taking the risk of composting that. It is horrible stuff, it really is. Right, I'll bring you back later. Okay, so I've been down to the plot. This is some of the municipal compost that I bought recently. So, I'm just going to top this pot back up. That's much better now. So I'm glad I got that done. Hopefully that'll reduce the risk of that weed spreading all over the garden. It'd be a bit of a nightmare. Now recently a lady asked me about rosemary cuttings, and I said now's a good time to take them. And here's a couple that I took last year. I just rooted them in water. You can actually see there's a root coming out the bottom, so I need to repot those. Put it in the bottom. It might be a bit dry for this, but we'll see. Feed it in round the sides. It's worked out alright. Yeah, you can see it's got the roots just starting to spin round, it's got nowhere to go. Drop that in. Just top up a wee bit more. There we go. I'll give it a water. It looks a little bit on the dry side, and I'll probably just clip it back slightly just to make it bush out more. Right, I'll get the other one done. Okay, so just water them in. Like I say, I'll just tip them back a little bit. Just make them bush out. Looks like there's a bit of a dead branch there, take that out. Yeah, there we go. Now, just to do a, while we're on the subject of plant propagation and rosemary, for example, there's a rosemary bush growing out of a wall just down the road from my house. So I'll go and get a couple now and just show you what to do if you want to. They're easy to root in water. I'll back in a minute. So I just walked down the road, literally say about 50 yards, and there's this rosemary bush growing out of the wall. So I've taken 3 pieces, and it's mostly this year's fresh growth with perhaps a little bit from last year on the bottom there. So all you need to do is just strip those lower leaves off. I haven't got any rooting hormone powder or anything really. I'll probably just take a bit of that stem off. So now it's probably about 4 inches long. Do you do inches, centimetres? 10 centimetre? Okay, and that's it, just pop it in the water. And I'll put that on the kitchen windowsill. You just rub those off. I'll just trim it up a wee bit. So like I say, yeah, just pop it on the kitchen windowsill, and hopefully in a few weeks they'll have rooted. So I will follow that up. I'll bring you back and we'll see how they've got on. Give us a thumbs up if you've liked the video. I hope it was helpful, and please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you soon because I'm planning to do a video on dividing comfrey and also planting rhubarb crowns. So put that down as one to watch, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.